I hope you don't mind.
The following is a Just Green production.
Hello, everyone. It's the week of September 11th, 2017. My name is Taylor Cooper. This might be news to you. What up, everybody? Week 4, Might Be News. Taylor Cooper here. Follow us on Twitter at MightBeNews247. That's MightBeNews247. Get at us on Facebook. Check us out on SoundCloud, iTunes. Follow, subscribe, listen, share. Tell all your friends. I just got back from vacation. I'm not like jet lagged, but I don't feel like doing this.
At least you're honest.
Here with me as always, my awesome co-host. Say what up, co-host Kev.
Yo.
What up, co-host Dan?
What's going on, guys?
All right, guys. What have you guys been up to?
Chilling. Spent all weekend watching the new season of Walking Dead on Netflix.
Wow. Cool.
It's fantastic shit.
It's pretty good. It's not bad. I can't believe you don't like Game of Thrones and you like that drivel.
The fuck is drivel?
I guess it's just not good. It's not good, Kev. It's not good. That's how fancy people say not good.
Well,
Oh, you're fancy now.
I'm fancy.
You're
I'm
fancy. You're fancy now.
I'm fancy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm fancy, dude. Just got back from Colonial Williamsburg.
That's fancy.
It's colonial. It's definitely colonial. We, me and my wonderful fiance and our dog just went down there. We rented a cabin in the middle of the woods. So I don't know what the fuck happened this past week.
Bow chicka wow wow.
It was a great time. We did some tours. We did some go-karts. We did some authentic Mexican cuisine at a place called, what is it called? La Terraza. It's fucking popping. What it was.
Did you get beans?
No, I got rice. Well, I'm a rice guy.
Of course you are. So am I.
Well, I'm also a put my phone on silent guy. You know?
Dick.
So.
Hold on. I gotta check my phone now.
Thanks, Scott.
Yeah, highly successful so far. Digging it. I think we finally got the sound right with our new equipment. To celebrate, I'm gonna give you some good news.
Hey, did you hear the news?
This better be good.
Want the good news or the bad news?
Give me the good stuff.
All right, because like I said, I have been totally out of touch with reality for the past 6 days. This is the best I could come up with. It has to do with Hurricane Harvey, the devastation that just happened down in Houston. Thoughts and prayers, all that. Apparently things are getting somewhat better down there, just in time for Hurricane Irma to come through and destroy Florida. But anyway, this has to do with Texas. There was some animal shelters down there that had to make room for all the abandoned animals, people that lost their homes, that have to get rid of their animals. In order to make room for all those animals, they flew a whole bunch of 64 dogs and cats, flew on a first-class trip on Southwest Airlines to San Diego, California, to make room for the new animals in Houston. A lot of these animals have already been adopted. It's been a great thing. Contact people of animal shelters in Houston if you want to get any of those animals. Animals need the help too down there. It's just absolutely crazy. You see all this stuff on the news with everybody, just total devastation. And it's hard to find good silver linings and all that, but I felt like this is one of the good ones. There's so many volunteer people down there that aren't just rescuing human beings. They're going into flooded houses and flooded buildings to get animals too, which I think is really cool.
Well, actually, a lot of the dogs are coming up here too.
Yeah, there's a bunch coming here.
Brand new SPCA has been taking a lot of dogs and cats from Hurricane Harvey.
Yep. But I just thought this was cool. I saw this story online, and there was a whole bunch of pictures and videos of all these cats and dogs flying first class on this Southwest Airlines trip. Pretty cool.
I think it's pretty cool that Southwest is doing that for them.
Yeah, that's a big thing. We're gonna do a slightly different kind of episode tonight because I'm just out of it. It's been a long day. Let me just tell you, man, I-95 is the dumbest fucking road in America, dude. Dumbest fucking road in America.
Is it worse than 422?
Yes. I don't know, because I never go on 422.
422 is a nightmare.
I-95 is a nightmare. It's suicide. It's suicide. At like 3 to 4 different times of the day, don't even go within a 20-mile radius of that stupid road. It's unbelievable.
I can't believe people got to drive that road every day going to and from work.
Yeah, it's nuts. But I've been trying to come to the table with a couple things, like little topics that I saw throughout the week. I don't have that because I don't care. Because I enjoyed my time this week, and I just kind of put my phone to the side, like you were saying, Danny, when you were on vacation. I just kind of put my phone away, went out and saw the sights. If you have the opportunity and have not been to Colonial Williamsburg, I highly recommend it. The only thing I can say is that everything's connected down there, but everything is fucking separate, and it's weird. All right? What I mean by that is that you can go and get a pass to do pretty much anything you want in Williamsburg, but you don't know where any of it is. And then, like, if you go and you want to just do one of those things, you have to, like, go and park somewhere away from where you're trying to go. Like, say, for example, we were trying to get a carriage ride through the town there.
That's classy.
It's very classy.
That is classy.
Let me tell you, there's something funny about that. But you have to, like, go to the colonial town there, and you have to park like a couple blocks away because they don't let cars actually go through the center of town because it's like, that's where all the carriages
colonial.
are. Yeah, it's very colonial.
It's colonial.
Well, like, we were looking at it, and we're like, oh, okay, yeah, carriage rides, that's cool. I have to go find this place in the middle of town that I can't park near, so we're just, like, walking around, and they don't take reservations. You have to, like, actually go and book it. I'm like, dude, I'm in the fucking woods, like, 10 miles away. I'm trying to get this shit done online. Anyway, I'm looking at it, and a carriage ride is like $20 a person, right? And I couldn't tell how long the ride was. Come to find out, it's 15 minutes.
That's it?
For $20 a person.
That's retarded.
Yo, that's more than $1 a minute. And when you go in there, right, they have a whole plethora of fucking carriage styles and things that you can do. I'm looking at it, and they're very nice. All of them are really nice. The horses, everything. It looks really, really nice. There's one style in particular that's very ugly. And apparently that's the stagecoach. It holds the most people, and they give you double the ride. It lasts for 30 minutes. I'm like, why does this double? They're like, oh, because it's ugly.
Get the hell out of here.
What the fuck does that even mean? They're like, oh, well, the fancy people wouldn't have ridden in these. And I'm like, well, for double the fucking ride, I'll ride in it. Like, are you kidding me? We did a ghost tour. That shit was pretty cool. A lot of people got murdered down there in Williamsburg in the colonial times. Interesting. There was one house in particular that we stood in front of. They let you take pictures of the houses. And, like, this one here, we're standing here. We take a picture of the house. It works. We go over here to which is apparently the most haunted house in Virginia. The camera wouldn't work. No shit. You could sit there and take a picture of it, flash on, flash off, whatever you want to do. It's not showing up.
Nope.
On your phone?
On the phone.
So it's haunted on the outside, too.
It's haunted all over it. All over it. All over it. Let me tell you.
Fuck
Colonial
that.
Williamsburg is very cool. You go there, you can walk around, you see all kinds of different shit. There's a bunch of people that get paid to act like they're living back then. This guy that was doing the ghost tour, he's like, going to William and Mary down the street. He's like a psychology professor. And they tell him, all right, you're going to do these ghost tours. Pick a character, pick a guy from back then. That's who you are.
What was his name?
I don't remember. But he goes, he's just walking with us. And at first we meet him in front of the cheese shop. That's where we meet him. They sell cheese there. And you can walk in there. Yeah, they sell cheese and they sell beer there. It's pretty dope. Anyway, meet this guy. He's talking to us like a regular, like 20-some-year-old kid. Probably wears tight jeans when he's not wearing this colonial shit. He's all colonialed out, and I'm just like, "Are you the ghost guy?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm the ghost guy." All right, cool. And then like we start walking, and there's a bunch of people with us. And he's like, all right, when I put my lantern down, that's when I'm so-and-so. So I'm going to answer all your questions as so-and-so. And we're just like, okay, whatever. Like, we're walking, and I'm, like, watching this guy, and he's, like, getting in the zone. You can tell he's, like, about to put on a performance of a lifetime, And then he puts the lantern down. Hip, hip, cheerio, like,
Oh, shut up.
You got, peanut butter in your mouth, Anyway, it was very cool, though. Very cool.
That would be so much fun.
Yeah, dude, you could just be whatever, whoever. He just has to memorize an hour tour, which over half of it is just walking through the dark alleys of Williamsburg at night, which is kind of freaky, I'm not going to lie.
So this house that you were trying to take pictures of,
Yeah.
did you have the opportunity to go in this house?
No, they don't let you.
At all?
No, there's nothing in there. They were, and with some of the stories, I understand, security guards have been killed in there. Like, mysterious accidents. I'm doing the quotation marks.
Would you go in if you had the opportunity?
No.
Why not?
No.
Come on.
No. This house was big. It was completely dark, and it looked demonic. Like, it looked terrifying from the outside. I can't fucking imagine what's in the basement.
Would it have looked demonic or terrifying from the outside if you didn't know it was haunted?
Probably. Probably. To be honest with you, I didn't go back in the daytime to check, but terrifying. It was not cool. There was the on the ghost tour though, they take us to like this church. They take you to the outside of the church there. And apparently there's some like buried like vault underneath the church with systems of caves and like tunnels to get there and stuff, like some straight up Freemason, like, Illuminati type shit. And underneath there's a whole bunch of secrets. They were talking about, like, the guy was like, apparently Shakespeare didn't even know how to write. Didn't even really know how to like write his own name. But like somebody else wrote.
Somebody was
his
Shakespeare's
stuff,
scribe.
And there's proof down there of that. And like just stuff like that. Like who killed JFK isn't down there, but like the fact that Shakespeare might have been a piece of shit is down there, apparently. So, but anyway, that's all I got about Williamsburg. It's pretty cool.
So you didn't see any ghosts on the ghost tour?
I didn't see any. I definitely felt weird a couple of times. Like I felt weird. I felt like. I don't know if it was just because I was standing in the place that straight up some of the first people that came to America were standing and just kind of taking that all in. But there wasn't a single point during the ghost tour that I was scared. I'll say that.
Okay.
I wasn't scared, but definitely eerie. I mean, it's definitely eerie. You look around and it's just like you're used to living in a regular town that has street lights and, people, the lights on in the windows and this and that. This is like a straight up dark ass town at night, dude. There's nothing there. There's like candles here and there. There's some people have candles in the windows, and I guess some of the people that work there that look like the colonial people, they rent those houses out. Like they live there at some points during the year.
Fuck that.
But nobody's allowed in like the 4 places that he took us to. Nobody's even allowed to go there.
Because it's too haunted.
Because it's too fucking crazy. In one of the houses, there's a ghost of some lady who, she killed herself for something. She killed herself, and she's still in the house. Like, she talks to people. She opens doors for people. And like if you go up to the house and say something about her shoes, like, "Hey, I found your shoes," because apparently she like lost her shoes or something. I don't know. Fuck. I'm putting like little pieces together here. You know, I've done a lot of things since then, and I can't remember everything.
This sounds like the Wizard of Oz.
Yo, honey, double knot
look,
shoes.
She plays tricks on people apparently. But in that one house, the fucking ghosts be killing people. It was like a lot because a lot of the houses there were also used as hospitals during like the Revolutionary War and shit. And you know how it goes in that time period. You get shot with like a musket ball in your arm. They're taking your arm off.
It shatters your bone.
Yeah, it fucks you up. And but all these people dying in there. You know how many ghosts probably are in there? They're talking about the governor's palace. Thing was huge. That's haunted because that was used as a hospital. And then this other house, the one that doesn't, the pictures don't work. Crazy, crazy dead people. Crazy, crazy dead people. Colonial dead people. Been dead for a long time. Went to the the Jamestown settlement. Very cool. Very cool. If you get a chance to do that, do it. It's like a triangle down there. You got Williamsburg, you got Yorktown, and you got Jamestown. Very cool stuff. There's art museums everywhere. Very cool stuff.
So out of the whole week, what was your favorite part? Was it playing Mario Kart?
We did go-karts. That was fun. I don't know what my favorite part was. Honestly, I really liked the cabin we were in. I really liked the cabin. I'm not like a huge camp guy.
How much was it for the cabin?
Less than $800 for the whole week.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. But see, the problem, the stupid thing is I'm not going to tell you guys where I went cabin wise because I would if the Wi-Fi worked, but the Wi-Fi didn't fucking work, so I'm not going to give them no plugs. Right? I paid for a large cabin because it said cable and internet. Done deal. Get there, put the Wi-Fi password in. Very spotty. Very spotty. I'd get it like just sitting on the couch or something, but the second like I fucking moved a muscle, I wouldn't have internet. Very corny. Very, very corny. But it was cool. Cabin was nice. The bed sucked. We get there, the bed was terrible. We actually took the mattress off the fucking bed and put it on the floor in the living room. That's where we slept. Because the box spring. It wasn't even the mattress that sucked. The box spring was fucked up. Fucked up. Backwoods, baby. Backwoods. I'm out here smoking fucking little cigars. I'm out here drinking luxurious beer.
Because you're fancy, right?
Yeah. It was good.
Good. I'm glad you had a good week.
Now I got home. Got to watch the Eagles win.
Yes.
That was very cool.
Yes. Don't give me that look, Kev. Do not give me that look.
Sidney Crosby play today? Who?
No.
I don't care.
No, pick six.
Pick
brother.
six? Oh, man.
It was a fucking tip.
See, you hate on me for hating on you, but you're such a hater, you know?
I am.
You're like, wow, like this amazing, what was it, 30-17 victory?
30-17.
All you can think of is a pick six.
No, Cox had a good touchdown. You scooped up that fumble. I thought that was pretty impressive.
Well, besides
as he
Cox, we're going to talk about Nelson Aguilar. I mean, the guy that's done jack shit for the past 2 years has done phenomenal today. He had an amazing game.
First game of the season.
It's going to be interesting.
Jesus Christ. Now I know why you hate on him all the time.
It's tough.
24 days till hockey.
I don't have any topics to speak about this week, but I do have some new music. Jack Johnson's new album, All the Light Above It 2, just dropped on Friday. The National dropped an album, Sleep Well Beast. Not even sure who the fuck that is. Dustin Lynch got a cowboy hat on, so I assume it's country. Current Mood is his new album. Greg Allman with Southern Blood, the deluxe edition. I'm probably going to check that out. Nothing But Thieves dropped the album Broken Machine. Toby Keith and some country bullshit, the bus songs. Neil Young's new album, Hitchhiker. Let's see. The soundtrack for the HBO show Insecure just came out. Various artists. Various. If you guys have never seen Insecure, I recommend it. It's pretty good.
That new show on HBO starts tonight because we're recording on
The Deuce
Sunday.
starts tonight?
Yeah.
What are we, right now?
9 o'clock.
Fuck. Well, I'm going to have to watch it tomorrow because I'm still off.
What show is this?
The Deuce.
Dude,
I think it's
there's
about
so many people. in
Yeah,
it.
I think it's about
The
the start of
Deuce.
porno.
Method Man's in it. It's I thought it was like drug dealing and like hookers and shit.
I don't know. I think it's got a bunch of that in there.
Yeah.
James Franco's in it.
Yep.
He plays two people. He plays the twins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks
very
pretty wild.
cool. Let's see. I think that's about it. Yep. Chief Keef, the W. I don't know if anybody's into that shit.
I don't even know who he is.
There's much more. I just don't know who they are. And like I said, it's a shorter episode, so I won't go through all of it. But yeah, so we're not really going to do the topics tonight. We're just going to kind of jump right into what's the point and everything else, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything topic-wise, anything that you saw this week that's not your point?
Not really.
Not really.
Just there's been a lot of news with the hurricane coming up and completely destroying Florida. But other than that, there hasn't been too much going on.
Yeah.
Pray for poop. Pray for him.
Yeah. Our boy Poops down in Florida.
Now, what part of Florida is he in?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
He'll be fine.
I was talking to him. When did I send him a text message? On Friday, and he said he was currently boarding up his house. So
Wow.
Even though Irma is coming up the West Coast, she hit the Florida Keys as a Category 4, hit the Florida Everglades as a Category 4 as well, and then started downgrading. She's still a monster of a storm.
Yeah, and then there's Jose right behind.
Well, Jose isn't going to affect Florida. Jose is going to come across the Atlantic. It's going to make a sharp turn north, and then head up and stay way out in the ocean. So that should not affect anybody. But Irma is so fucking big. I think they said from East Coast to West Coast in Florida is 120 miles. And Irma covers 180 miles. So even though she's going to the West Coast, all of Florida is still getting fucked up.
Yeah. It's nuts. I know. I lived in Florida for a little while, and I've been following my friends very closely. None of them left.
wow.
None of them
Well,
left.
I know a lot of people were jumping on people's shit for not leaving, but you also have to look at it this way. So you have the people that were on the West Coast that had the mandatory evacuations. So by the other people who were further inland, who didn't have the ocean by them, who had a sturdy structure, by them not evacuating, it's actually easier for the people who do have to evacuate.
Oh, yeah.
It's easier for them to find places.
I was looking
They're
up-
not on the road. They're not, making more traffic.
Right.
So there are people who, don't have to leave, who are being smart because there are other people who are in more dire of a need than they are.
Right. And I saw the news briefly. We were out, and I saw it on TV. The traffic jams.
Yeah.
Just
Worse than I-95.
It is 995. It is I-95. Listen, when I lived in Florida, you could literally throw a football from my front patio to I-95. That's like the main road I used every day to get everywhere. It's much better down there for the most part because I wasn't near like any major cities. From here and close to Philly, 95 gets terrible in Baltimore and Washington, D.C., and then closer to Richmond. That's where it's terrible. I didn't really experience any like real crazy traffic in Florida on 95, but it looks terrible.
Well,
there's only like a couple ways to get in and out of fucking Florida. Like the middle of that state is nothing but bullshit. The only thing that's in the middle of Florida is Orlando. Everything else, north or south of Orlando, is nothing but like fields and farms and nothing. There's nothing. Then there's the East Coast and the West Coast. That's where you have West Coast is Tampa Bay, south, the southern tip is Miami and the Keys, and then the East Coast is Jacksonville is all the way up north. But then you have, there's Cocoa Beach. I lived like right by Cocoa Beach, which everybody that I've seen is just getting pelted down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. So, all right. Well, let's jump right into what's the point. What's the point?
Is there a point to this? What is your
Are
point?
you just gonna sit there and look stupid?
Okay, Kev, what's your point?
So it being September 11th being tomorrow, I wanted to bring up the terribleness that happened September 11th, 2001, and get everybody to voice in on where they were and what kind of emotions they felt and how scary or whatnot it was for everybody. I thought I was in 10th grade world history class, sitting there with actually you.
Yeah, we were together.
Yeah. What was that teacher's name? I don't remember. I don't remember.
But
remember. When we got the news
nice guy.
Yeah, he was an incredibly nice guy. It was a cool class. And world history class when the World Trade Centers were getting crashed into. Yeah. But
they put it on TV and like we were watching it live as it happened. And that shit was absolutely incredible.
Dude, it's beyond me. Like, I get it, but when I sit there and I talk to younger kids and I was like, where were you when that happened? They were like, I was 4 years old. I was like, Jesus Christ. That's just insanity that where were you, Dan?
I was in ninth grade center in Downingtown, and I was in band class. I used to play the trumpet, and I still remember Mr. Bennett was my my band teacher, and he stopped class and he said, just heard that there was a plane that hit the World Trade Center in New York, and he goes, that's all I got. Let's go ahead and do what we got to do in band. We literally were not allowed to turn it on in the ninth grade center.
Really?
We had no idea exactly the extent of what was going on until I got the notification that football practice was canceled. Now, listen, we're from Downingtown. I played Downingtown football. Downingtown football was huge back then.
Yeah.
It was still one school. And when football was over mid-November, we got a week off. The following week, we started practicing for the following season. I mean, hardcore football, never had a day off. Weren't allowed to take vacations with family. So when we got notified that football was canceled, practice was canceled, we knew something was going on. So I got home, and that's when I finally was able to talk to my parents and find out, the whole severity of exactly what had happened. But they sheltered us from it all day long.
Wow. You got home and nothing was on TV but that.
Dude,
Dude, coming home to like turn on like MTV or something. Nothing was on TV. There was no planes in the sky. Dude, I was sitting there in world history class and I was like, dude, are we going to war? Am I going to have to enlist in the military? Like, that kind of real shit scared the hell out of me.
It's wild that we've been at war literally since then.
It's just craziness to me. Absolute craziness to me.
I don't want to get too far into it. It is a important anniversary in our country's history. A lot of good people died that day. Danny, I'm curious, as someone who works in a steel mill, do you think that those buildings fell the way they should have? I'm not asking you if you think that 9/11's an inside job. I'm asking you if you think it's fishy.
You're asking me if jet fuel can melt I-beams.
Right.
No, it cannot.
Kev, have you ever seen a like casino demolition or like one of those?
Yeah, it falls straight down.
Yeah. Just kind of like the World Trade Center did?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen any of the conspiracy movies?
I'm not saying that it's a conspiracy.
No. I'm not saying you are, and I'm not saying we need to get into it. I'm just curious if you guys have seen those.
Yeah, this is a touchy subject.
Oh, it definitely is.
But if they were going to knock down the towers and get rid of them, what better time than then?
I don't know.
I mean, everybody got out that could possibly get out besides the people that were around it. That's
me. I mean, again, let's not get into it because I want to have at some point I would like to have a conspiracy theory episode where we talk about some things that like might be a little touchy subjects, but just have some fun with it, and let's have fun with 9/11 on a week that isn't 9/11 week.
It's funny because I just got into an argument with somebody thinking that They brought up the whole conspiracy theory that, when you look up in the sky and you see the jets flying through the sky and the trail behind them,
Yeah.
that it's chemicals.
The chemtrails?
Yeah.
You don't believe in that?
I don't.
I'm
What
lost.
during the day, look up in the sky.
You see the
And
trails coming from the planes?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
People
called
are-
a chemtrail.
People are saying that it's like toxic poisons. They're creating clouds.
I've heard it's not like toxic poisons. It's like a mixture of like aluminum and something else, and they basically use it to control weather. Yeah.
Like they controlled the hurricanes. Oh,
Planes.
yeah. Planes.
Not planes, but the chemicals that they release. Chemtrails. We'll get into that on a conspiracy theory episode because I've watched and read some things about that, and I find it very interesting. I'm not saying I like buy into all of it, but
Yeah.
I do believe that there's something kind of crazy with that because, I mean, water vapor, like that would be the only thing that would make something like that, like a trail behind a plane, right? But it stops periodically. So like, what does that mean? Like,
Conspiracy theory episode coming soon.
yeah, coming soon. All right, we're gonna have to contact some people, get on here, bounce some things around.
From what you said, no,
It can't melt.
I
I-beams.
honestly, I mean,
2 buildings that were made specifically to withstand goddamn airplanes.
made from the steel from the plant that I work in.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
No shit.
So if you ever look at the photos after the towers fell, there is part of the tower still standing up at the bottom. It's called the World Trade Center trees, stamped right on those fucking trees, made in Coatesville, Pennsylvania, from Lucan Steel. We have them at our plant right now.
Yeah, they do.
So it didn't break at the bottom. Where did it break? How far up?
Where the planes hit.
That's where it collapsed from?
If you watch the videos, so apparently what had happened, the jet fuel went down into the elevator shaft, caught on fire, and it melted the I-beams, and it caused the entire building to just collapse on top of each other. But if you watch the videos, it always looks like the collapse starts where the plane hit.
That's me speaking about stuff that I don't know about.
And then, like
I apologize.
like Taylor said, the conspiracy theories, there are some
There's a whole nother building that collapsed that day in
Yeah.
New York City.
building number 7, right?
Yeah, and nobody even talks about it because who gives a shit? Like, it's very, very fishy to me. Conspiracy theory episode
Yeah,
coming soon.
Some videos you can hear little tiny explosions. As
You can
this-
see them too, like
Yeah.
the controlled demolition shit.
All right.
Crazy.
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 Let's get away from it.
So, like you were saying, I remember where I was. I remember the impact it had on me because I was a firefighter at the time, and everybody was basically put on standby because you didn't know what was going to happen next. You had the 2 planes that hit the World Trade Center, the plane that hit the Pentagon, and then the plane that went down.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody was basically put on high alert. Even your local volunteer fire companies, because we had no idea what was going on,
Yeah.
what was going to happen next, or if we were going to need to go out and help. So coming from somebody who saw everything, as just a regular person, it was scary. Being a firefighter, it was a whole nother level to it. Knowing the amount of firefighters that died on that day, the 343
Oh yeah.
firefighters.
Oh, it's nuts.
They were in the building?
They were
Or
in
around
the
the
See,
building.
no matter
in and around.
no matter
my
how
God.
you choose to look at 9/11, whether you look at it as, wow, there's no way this wasn't an inside job, or of course it was Al Qaeda. Okay, no matter how you look at it, not one bit of conspiracy theory or anything can take away from the actions and the sacrifices that were made that day by first responders and non-first responders alike. People were also helping, people were helping each other all over the place there, just trying to survive. You hear all these crazy stories about it, and not one thing, whether it's a conspiracy or not, changes that aspect of it, All right, Danny, what's your point this week?
Jeez, how the fuck am I supposed to follow that up? I mean, I wanted to talk about football. Man, football is back.
In a big way.
Yeah, we're recording this on Sunday, September 10th. Thursday night, the Patriots played, and they got that ass smacked.
Dude, The mad Tom Brady memes are wonderful.
I loved
wonderful.
Loved seeing
He
them
just like
lose.
looking on Kev. He's on the sideline, just looking so butthurt, dude. He's so mad. He just lost on Thursday night, opening game. And you know what? All right.
Does it make it better for you guys that it was Andy Reid?
Not
Listen,
really.
I
don't
have
care.
a lot of respect for Andy Reid. I thought he was a great coach for us. He did a lot of great things for our organization. But when we released him, it was just time to go. So to see him beat Tom Brady 42-27, I fucking loved it. But I'm also scared shitless because guess who we're playing next week?
The
Yeah,
Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
Yeah.
Guess where we're playing? The Chiefs
in Kansas City.
in Kansas City. And that scares the shit out of me. But football's back. I couldn't be happier. The Eagles looked incredible today. There was also a few other upsets today from the sports world. One was being the freaking the LA Rams. The LA Rams beat the Indianapolis Colts 46-9.
Jeez.
When the hell did LA get a football team?
Oh, they got two.
Oh,
The St. Louis Rams turned into the LA Rams.
when?
This offseason.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
So you got the LA Rams. You got the is it the LA? Yeah, it's not the Oakland Raiders anymore. It's the LA Raiders.
What?
No,
That's
they're
that's-
moving to Vegas.
That's right, the
The
Las
Chargers
Vegas.
are
It's the
Los
LA
Angeles
Chargers.
now.
Yeah, so you have the LA Chargers and the LA Rams now,
Do they
and
play
then
in
the
the
Los.
same building?
Yeah, right
do
now
they?
they do.
Yeah,
I think so, but they're building another.
That's wild. News to
Yeah.
me. Might be news.
Yeah, it might be news to somebody.
So
Some
I was-
other weirdo hockey fan.
pretty
Hockey
hype.
only fan.
Pretty hyped that
you
football's
you
back.
brought up football. I'm very happy that college football is back as well. Some major upsets there. You got to see Oklahoma dismantle Ohio State.
Oh, hi, no,
Saturday
no.
night. That was awesome. And my Iowa Hawkeyes are 2-0. Just saying.
My Penn State and Indiana Lions are 2-0.
2-0, and they look really good. Alabama's probably going to win it all again. Let me just bring this up really fast about college football. I am a huge fan of the new playoff system.
Yes.
Huge fan that there's actually a trophy on the line.
Yep.
Huge fan of the fact that there's actually a champion crowned at the end of the season. Let me just say this. Make it 8 teams. Stop with this 4-team bullshit because it's whoever's dick you can fit in your mouth that you can pick who's in the top 4. It's going to be Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, and somebody else every year. Did I say everybody? I mean,
Yeah.
I understand that like Alabama's going to run away with it every year because they're just that fucking good. But the fact is like make it 8 teams. Just make it bigger, make it better. You already have like 50 goddamn bowl games. Just add 2 more games to your playoff.
I think Penn State's going to give them a good run this year.
I think Penn State's
They
going
got
to be in it.
a great quarterback, Shaquan Barkley. I don't know if I'm saying his first name right,
I don't know.
but he is actually one of the top running backs in college football right now. One of the leaders for the Heisman Trophy.
I like that kid in Louisville. The won it last year. He's probably going to win it again this year, they're thinking.
Yeah.
He put up another 500-plus yard day on Saturday. Crazy.
Yep.
Lots
of exciting things in football.
I love football.
They
Love
go so
football.
much harder in college football.
Well, and see, that's
They
the
do
thing.
go hard.
And that's why college football is sometimes more exciting to watch than the NFL because you have your guys in the NFL that are playing for a paycheck.
Yeah.
You have your guys in college football that are playing because they simply love football. 8 out of 10 of them aren't going to go into the NFL. They're playing for the love of the game. They're not getting paid.
Right.
Or they're trying to compete for that.
Well, that,
Paycheck
of
job.
course.
Yeah.
But the majority of them know they're not going to play in the NFL.
True.
They're playing for the love of the game.
Right.
And they're going balls to the fucking wall every Saturday.
Yep.
Love it. Fucking love it.
It's a lot of fun. And it's Saturday. And because of the West Coast teams, you have college football all night. Like it's
All
an all day, all
night.
night, starting at 1 o'clock, and it doesn't end until the morning, basically. Because I fell asleep watching that Stanford USC game Saturday night. Anyway, my point for this week, a little off topic, I suppose. This fucking the big baller brand. You know what I'm talking about? The Ball family.
Yeah.
That fucking
they
guy
actually just had a.
They got a Facebook show, apparently.
Yeah, it's
Real
good.
cool.
It
Is
is good.
What
Yeah.
the fuck
Wait,
these
wait, wait,
guys?
what did they
Sick of
get?
it. They got a Facebook show.
A Facebook show?
Puts out a show for them. They have a show on Facebook.
It's good.
It's dumb.
The fuck
No,
is a
it's good.
Facebook show?
It's dumb. Who do you like on there?
What do you mean?
What do you like?
I didn't know. I used
You didn't
to
know who
follow
these guys
basketball.
were until then?
No, I didn't know.
You didn't know who they were until the show?
No.
Until you saw the show?
No.
Oh, see, that's probably why you like it. They've been stuffing this family down my throat for the past, since before the NBA draft with the older kid, Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
LeVar Ball, his dad. He's been on TV just talking shit. Says he could beat Michael Jordan one-on-one.
He said, "I've never lost to anyone
Oh, he's
one-on-one."
He's full of shit.
Wait a minute.
He's
Wait a
full of
minute.
shit.
Wait. The dad said this?
Yeah.
The dad said that.
The dad
to
said he
Stephen
could
A.
be-
Smith. For some reason, he's important enough to be on that stupid show to
See,
talk about
I don't
how he
follow-
could beat Michael Jordan one-on-one. Stephen Smith gave him a fucking verbal ass whooping. Shit was terrible.
But his kids are magnificent.
Kids are great at basketball. Good for him. He sucks at basketball. I could probably beat LeVar Ball at basketball.
doubt it.
Don't care, Kev. Don't care. Don't care what you think about my chances of beating LeVar Ball are, okay? Because I know flat out I'll elbow him in his stupid face and win, all right? That's how I feel. He'll throw ones at me, but I'll fucking elbow his stupid face.
Now, I'm not big into basketball, but isn't that illegal?
Yes, but I will fucking do it repeatedly because he's a piece of shit. Sure, Colin Cowherd's helper, what's her name? Co-host Christine Leahy, she'd appreciate it. He went on there talking about stay in your lane. Talking about he doesn't want to talk to her because she's a female, basically. Fuck off. That guy sucks. And then his stupid son in the outtakes for his first episode of this stupid show, Ball in the Family, on stupid Facebook, says that something about hip-hop. They're talking about real hip-hop, quote-unquote real hip-hop, is Migos and Future. And then somebody said something like Nas. He said, nobody listens to Nas. He's outdated, this and that. I get it, the kid's young. But for Christ's sake, people, Nas made Illmatic. Nas made Stillmatic. Nas has done more in his life than this kid shits in his whole life.
Nas was dope.
Is dope. Coming out with an album this year. Kev, you look like you want to say something.
I do want to say something because
Are you
he
a
is
Nas fan?
right. Yeah, I dig Nas.
He's right
but
about what?
He's outdated.
Oh, my God.
Is he not?
Listen.
When was the last time? No, you answer me this. When was the last time that Nas was relevant?
Right now.
No, you're
right
wrong.
now. Listen, I work with this kid at work, right? He's young, and when this whole Drake thing started, you know, him and Joe Budden started going at it, and all these diss tracks start happening, he's like, oh my God, this is crazy. Bro, have you ever heard Ether? What's that? Oh my God. If you've never heard Ether, the greatest diss track of all time ever recorded, point blank, motherfucking period, you need to do your homework. I get so sick of this hip-hop bullshit where these kids don't know nothing, don't research nothing, don't give a shit. There's a classic rock station. You like it. Danny, you like it. Why? Why isn't there a classic fucking hip-hop station?
There is.
There is now. But
It's
there
on
hasn't
Pandora.
been. There hasn't. All right, fine. You got to get down on the internet to do all this dumb shit. You got to go. I want some classic hip-hop all the time. These fucking kids with their stupid, silly, putty, goddamn loose, tight jeans, fucking looking like they got mud on them already. They bought them that way. I'm sick of it. Go fucking do some goddamn homework and listen to some real motherfucking hip-hop.
Kev, you
Listen to
broke
these
him.
fucking
He's
people
broke.
that just talk shit the whole time on codeine and whatever else. Million words together, get on auto.
I'm gonna bust his bubble.
You sound fucking dumb.
He's
I'm
broke.
Sick of talking
Somebody
about
needs
it.
to stop
I'm
him.
sick of listening to it. You fucking put these goddamn kids out there with these stupid colored hair and these man purses and this fucking all my friends are dead bullshit. And you want to fucking talk about hip hop like Migos and Future run this shit? I got some fucking news for you fucking kids. You're full of shit and I'm sick of it.
All right,
That's
all right,
my point. That's my point.
Let me go back to your point.
Oh shit!
Let me real quick before you cut in, Kev.
Yo, he just dropped a fucking bomb.
This fucking kid come out here on Twitter, Lonzo Ball, with his cool fucking picture. Top 5 all time in order: Lil Wayne, Future, DMX, 50, Pac. Let me just say something, because Pac isn't in my top 10 and people give me shit. I don't care what you think either. If you put fucking Pac, if you put Pac number 5 and Wayne and Future is in front of him, you don't even listen to Pac. You put him there because you don't want to get yelled at by your friends. You're a fraud. You're a fraud. I don't give a shit. I'm a real motherfucker. I'll tell you right now, Pac doesn't even make my top 10.
You want classic hip hop.
Classic.
You want classic.
I want it all the time.
All the time.
Listen, I listen
What
to...
what classifies something as classic? 18 years?
We're not talking about cars.
No, that's in general rule.
I don't know.
Go back 18 years. That's not the same hip hop, is it?
No, definitely not. 18 years, you're talking about Nelly. It's
Yeah.
2017 right now.
It's
Talking
hot
about
in
Nelly.
her.
Hot in her. Fucking Ja Rule, baby.
It's
Cisco. Harry S. Ashanti.
D'Angelo.
sideburns.
Yeah, I dig D'Angelo. See, my favorite kind of hip hop is definitely mid to late 90s, early 2000s. Ludacris. I love Ludacris.
Big Pun.
Big Pun. I mean, I'm not... Ludacris isn't in my top 10. I'm just thinking early 2000s. That's like
Early
one of the first names
2000s
I
is
came
when
up with.
fucking G Unit hit.
G-Unit's okay.
They're okay.
I don't
You
fuck-
used to hate on them so
Yeah.
bad.
Jizz Unit.
Yo, I wasn't a big fan of Ja Rule.
I wasn't either.
Neither was
I
I.
wasn't either.
Master Pito.
Yeah.
That's
Shit.
Ghetto D.
Master
Yeah.
P was the shit.
Yo, he made some funny movies too, man. I Got the Hookup. That was my shit.
Yeah.
Me and my brother John used to watch that all the time. But I don't know. I just saw this shit and I got so mad about it.
Yeah,
because
we can tell.
He's got a stupid face to begin with, and then you add his stupid family into it on top of that, and then his fucking idiot remarks about hip hop. I don't give a fuck what this kid thinks more than I do to just talk about it right here. Because after I'm done talking about it, this kid's dead to me.
Yeah, he still makes more
This
money
kid's
than
dead
you.
to me. I don't give a shit. I hope he gets fucking. I hope he gets fucking beat every game this year.
Who's he play for?
Nas don't even know who he is.
He plays for the Lakers.
Yeah.
Nas's response to this: "Who's that fucking kid? Fuck him." That's how I feel. Fuck him. All right, so that's the.
You all right?
That's what's the point.
You all right?
I'm hot now. You
Take-
know what I mean? I gotta take my sweatshirt off.
Take a breath.
I'm gonna swirl it around like a helicopter.
Classic hip hop.
Classic hip hop. Shit. You know what? I had a 5-hour car ride turned to a 6.5-hour car ride today because of stupid I-95. Let me tell you something. I listened to 36 Chambers all the way through. Immaculate. I listened to... we actually did a little bit of a Wu-Tang thing today. I listened to Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers, and Forever all the way through. You can't get
I
better
bet
than
your
that.
fiance loved it.
She actually did. It was
Really?
yeah. And we listened to some Gangstar. We listened to the whole Moment of Truth album. She loved it. Educational, because she has a fountain of fucking knowledge over here talking about this shit.
Did you listen to Blurry Face?
I did listen to Blurry Face.
Let's talk about Blurry Face.
We got a late review for 21 Pilots. I went with Kev's idea this week for our late review. Let's get into it. I know it's a little late, but...
You're just hearing about this?
Can't believe I'm just hearing.
Why didn't I know about this sooner?
All right, if you're just tuning in for the first time, late review is when we talk about an album we collectively, for the most part, decide on. Or I guess at this point now we're taking turns deciding on one. Kev's pick for this week was 21 Pilots' Blurry Face. Came out in 2015. Kev, what do you think about it?
I like 21 Pilots as a group. I think, what's the lead singer, the lead guy's name?
I don't know.
Excuse me. I don't remember what his name is either. But he absolutely kills it on any song where he's playing a ukulele. What?
He does.
Okay. I thought you had something smart to say.
No.
I think he absolutely kills it on any song that he's playing a ukulele. But my favorite song from the album is Heavy Dirty Soul. It's the first track on the album. I am so sick of that song of when they're riding their damn tricycles down the street in the video. Stressed Out. I am so sick of that song. It was played everywhere.
Yeah.
And the car radio, is that on this album? That's not on this album. That's the other album. But my top favorite song from this album is Heavy Dirty Soul. And I have to give this album, let's go soft 6.
I like it. I like it. Kev went above 3 this week.
Good for you, Kev.
Yeah, very good, Kev.
Good for you.
Danny, what did you think about it?
I enjoyed 21 Pilots as well, because like we talked about earlier, they're a group that you hear on the radio, and I enjoy that. The song Stressed Out and Ride, hear it on the radio all the time. But once I started really listening to more of the album, I was really digging, the rest of their songs. The one song, Hometown, I really like the beat to that song. The other song, Doubt, this is a band that I would listen to when I'm working out, when I'm lifting weights. Back playing football when we were doing powerlifting, everybody had their set tracks that they would listen to when they were going for personal records. This would be a band that I would listen to because that song Doubt would get me in the mood to just destroy my workout. I give them 7.9.
I listened to this album, never really listening to any of their albums in their entirety. I know of them just from being on the radio, and my brother really likes them. I know that. I've checked them out here and there, and the way I feel about this band is pretty simple. They're very, very talented. It's only 2 guys, right?
Yeah.
Only 2 guys. There's a drummer, and the singer does like the synthesizers, the keyboards, the guitar, or whatever else.
I didn't know it was only 2 guys.
Yeah, it's only 2 guys.
Wow. Can I change mine to an 8 then?
Yeah, you can.
All right, 7.9 up to an 8.
Danny's got an 8. I give this album. I listened to this album, and without even realizing that how many hits are on this album, I feel like I've heard every song on this album, and I guess I heard it like either on the radio or on TV, whatever. This album is straight up a hit factory. I give it an 8, easy 8, maybe an 8.5. Heavy Dirty Soul's really good. Stressed Out's okay. I mean, the first time you hear Stressed Out, you'll probably really like it, but the 3 millionth time you've heard it, it might get a little old. Fairly Local was great. Tearing My Heart was good. Lane Boy is probably one of my favorite tracks. The Judge is also. The guy's voice gets on my nerves.
Really?
I'm not going to lie. I like his voice when he's singing, not so much when he raps. I get past it though because like it takes talent to rap. It does if you're good at it, and he is good at it. He is. Like lyrically, he's got some pretty good stuff. He raps really fast sometimes, and that kind of gets a little old to me. But I like how he explains why he does it, and it's because the drummer likes it when he does. He says that in one of those tracks. I don't remember. I think it's in Lane Boy. And also in that song Lane Boy, I really like that they address the fact that they're not from like the hood. They're not rapping to try and take anything away from that culture. It's just music to them, and I kind of dig that because music is universal in my opinion, and you can kind of do anything you want within that if you want to, and these guys do, and they do it very well.
I feel like they hit a lot of genres, like
they do,
which is cool.
Yeah,
which is really cool.
I like it because they have some really fast songs, they have some really slow songs, they have some things like right in between, and it's pretty cool stuff. So that's the late review for this week. Kev's going to hook us up with some This Week in History. I know I said this was going to be a shorter episode. We kind of just went off on a couple tangents and made it a regular length episode, which is fine. But what do you got for This Week in History, Kev?
Do not have a whole lot. I got 3 things. 2 things happened tomorrow in history, which I was not aware of.
Tomorrow being September 11th.
September 11th. 2 hijackers crashed jet planes into the north and south towers of the World Trade Center in New York City. Everybody knows about this. Everybody knows this story too, but I was not aware that it happened on September 11th, 2012. Armed gunmen stormed the American consulate in Benghazi and killed the U.S. ambassador to Libya, Christopher Stevens.
That's what that movie's about.
13 hours, right?
13 hours.
Secret soldier of Benghazi.
Yeah, that's what that movie's about.
Did you see that movie?
September 11th.
Yeah, I did. It was good.
It's a phenomenal movie.
I loved that movie.
It's a good movie.
Jim
loved it.
was incredible.
Yo,
They
Jim
did-
Halpert. Jim Halpert was amazing.
Yeah, he was.
And Roy.
Yeah, Roy too.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
If you don't know anything, they're mentioning Office characters. Yeah, I like that movie. I thought they left out one very important thing, and that's Hillary's emails.
they can't be found anywhere.
They
Apparently,
didn't say anything about that in the movie, but anyway, it was a very good movie, and yeah, that actually happened. Kev, is there anything else?
September 17th, 2004, Barry Bonds becomes the third baseball player to hit 700 career home runs, breaking Hank Aaron and Babe Ruth's record, or tying Hank Aaron and Babe Ruth's records.
He's still what, a manager, or is he not in baseball at all anymore? I don't remember.
I don't think he's affiliated that much anymore.
It's crazy.
He might do the like the commentary,
Okay.
like the breaking down of the teams and that
He
kind
was
of
still
stuff.
like a manager or something. I don't know. I have to check into that. Anyway, anything else, Kev?
Yeah. Do you know why gorillas' nostrils are so big?
Oh no.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Have
No.
you ever seen the size of their fingers?
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
We're going into dad jokes.
Dad jokes.
Have you ever smelled mothballs?
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah.
How'd you get their tiny little legs apart?
Oh jeez.
What did the grape do when it got stepped on? It let out a little wine.
Oh. Let me hear one more.
How about the shovel was a groundbreaking invention?
Oh.
What do you call a Mexican who has lost his car? Carlos.
Oh.
Wow. It's getting racial.
Why did the
now.
coffee file a police report?
Wait, what was, say that again?
Why did the coffee file a police report?
Why?
They got mugged.
Danny wins it this week. Danny wins it
I didn't
this
know you were
week.
going to come at me with the dad jokes like that.
Wow.
Oh, man.
It was a throwdown. Yo, Danny, I gotta tell you, I was listening to it in the car. I listened to episode 3 in the car on the way down on vacation, and your termite walks into a bar and is the bartender here. It took me 5-6 times to figure out and to get it, and then when I got it, I couldn't stop laughing. That shit was so funny. That shit was so
And you
funny.
doubted the dad jokes.
I did. I wasn't sure how it was going to work out because I'm not a dad and I'm not a funny guy without, whatever. But it works out really well for you guys. You guys are pretty funny.
Yeah, we try.
Pretty funny.
Got to be funny with the kids.
So let me close out the show here. Follow us on Twitter. Might Be News 24/7. That's Might Be News 247. Throw an @ symbol before that. Get at us on Facebook. Hit us up on SoundCloud, iTunes. Subscribe, listen, share, tell your friends. Kev.
If you want to hit us up on SoundCloud, please download the app first.
Yeah, download the app. It's easy. It's free. You download it for free. You join for free. The only people that have to pay for anything is us, and that's for putting our shit out there. You don't have to pay for anything. Put your email address in, make a little account, and then boom. You can just find us, click follow, and you'll be updated when we put new shows out, which is every Monday.
iTunes is free as well. If you have the iPhone, just
Yep.
look for the app that's actually pre-downloaded on your phone. It's called Podcast.
Yep.
Open up that. I don't know if you have to sign up for anything or not. I
No.
know I didn't.
No.
And just search Might Be News.
As long as you have an iTunes account. I
Correct.
think. You have to have an iTunes account.
Search Might Be News. Add us to your favorites, and you will actually get an alert on your phone every time we upload a new episode.
Yep. You'll
Get
know.
at your boy.
Holler at us. We're trying to become more active on Twitter. You guys have Twitter handles now. What are they?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
Danny
started.
just made it. Dan just made his.
Yeah, I just started with
Kev
Twitter.
Kinder.
At Kev Kinder.
At Kev Kinder.
Follow co-host Kev. Check out co-host Dan on there. He's been tweeting with us. We've been trying to get more active. Please give us some input on the show. Tell us what you think about some of the things that we're talking about. Weigh in on the late reviews, or what's the points, or random topics. Let us know if you listen to any of these new albums that we list every week. You can tell us anything, and we'll reply because we don't really have any friends. So just let us know.
My Twitter handle is at D Charlone, Ciarlone, D Charlone.
Check us out at Might Be News 247. Boom! Trying to get some followers on there, people. So holler at us. As always, I'm Taylor Cooper. Say peace out, Kev.
I love you guys.
Say peace out, Dan.
Peace out.
My great co-host. I enjoy this very much. This is week 4 in the books. Next week I'll be more prepared because I'm off vacation now. I'm back to the real world, decompressing. So next week we'll be right back, and great show, guys. See you next week.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. Later, guys.